Hello, this is Kyle Van Hook, and I'm here to show you what I've worked on for the Move It Trooper project assignment for our Universal Asteroid Trooper UAT. So let's see. Uh, Moving on. So I guess the first part, I have a controller object here that uses the pawn as that uses the starship as its pawn, and in the starship pawn, I have an actual pawn script. And going forward, I should actually show you both of them. Okay, so for the controller script, I have a public pawn and uh, I have a method for making decisions to get input and stuff. Uh, so for the movement of the control of the sprite, I have it so that it can detect input from WASD, and it will move forward and backward and rotate clockwise and counterclockwise. Let me get you a good enough code to actually look at it. But anyways, I haven't done anything interesting with the for the controller for getting the for rotating. I don't know if I need to actually add turbo to the rotation because it doesn't really make sense. We're just going to be turning. But when I actually get to it, we'll come back. Moving on to the pawns, just so I can show you the actual move functions. We have move forward, which uses the transform position, and we're taking this part here, from what I understand, is that we're taking our current position, we're adding the the is it the y-axis? It's weird because this is the axis is weird, but we're taking the transform, or at least in this case, maybe the y. Let's just pretend that this is a 2D axis right now. We're taking the y and we're multiplying it by our move speed that we've already added, and we also no, I'll go for that later. And then we're multiplying it by time delta because we don't want to move frames per second. We want to move in meters per second, or yeah, meters per second. And this basically really affects how it actually moves because when it's frames per second, it zooms off. But in meters per second, it moves a bit smoother. But I've also noticed, I'll show you later, that it also kind of affects how teleportation works. But for each of the move forwards, or move forward and rotate clockwise, we have, or at least, okay, so move forward, basically move forward and move back are the same. There's just have their move speeds negated to move backward. Rotate clockwise, we're using the built-in rotation function from Unity to basically rotate. And it might be weird why this is negative. I don't know why this works as negative when I think in class it was supposed to be positive. But for me, I was when this was positive, this was going counterclockwise, and when this was negative, this was going clockwise. So I decided to just change out the positive and negative, and I got whatever I wanted correctly. All right. Uh, Actually, I can talk about the turbo now. All right. So for the turbo, I guess for actually getting to the function and getting the left shift and the right shift going, I took the I looked at the actually what okay. I wanted to make sure that I could grab either or. So we need an or statement during one of our ifs. However, uh, it kind of matters whether or not we're actually moving. We Because we want to be moving while doing this so that we can just tap and get a turbo boost as long as the key is being held. But we also don't want both this and this to move at the same time, to work at the same time. So we need to put it in a if statement that will take a new variable, which is the turbo speed. We'll go to the turbo Actually, no, I don't even need to show you that. Other than the variables, which are all right here, just so I can show you. Because we have our move speed, the rotate value, and the turbo speed. The turbo speed is it basically in this function, in these functions, at least for the move forward and move back, they replace the turbo speed replaces the move speed because it's still afloat just the same way. Moving forward a little bit more, let's get to the teleportation stuff. All right, so let me actually get this on. I have taken off the sprite mover, the teleport script that we made, and I've moved pretty much all of it to in here into both the controller and the pawn. Press T, and we should teleport. I did also make random teleport ranges and variables, so you can actually put in different values for when you want to teleport. Figured that was at least a good idea. And I don't really think, well, all I really did for this one is I basically just took the entire thing out of my sprite mover and moved it in here, and also changed around the random teleportation numbers, or with the random teleportations, so those work. And then towards the other teleportation, for the arrow keys, I've made more functions here that are pretty self-explanatory. If the arrow key is pressed, well, actually, I need to do it more. It will only do it once. Since I'm using get key down, the teleport will only do it once when it's pressed down. And then you have to unpress it and press it again to teleport. And that's pretty much the same for all of them. They'll use the arrow keys. This one's interesting though, because I did have to slightly modify it. It does use the move speed as the variable amount. And that affects it because, so two things. Getting rid of this transform position, this is basically our starting position. We're doing this, adding this, or well, actually, we're taking this, and then we're adding this amount to it so that we're always kind of moving forward. If I were to get rid of this, then, and say just press forward, I would move, basically transform up to the move speed. And then I'd be stuck there every time I just kept transporting it because we're already at the destination. And the reason why I don't have a time delta in all of these is because it's because for the teleport speed, we actually kind of want to move a couple frames. Well, actually, teleporting frames forward might not be that bad. The reason I didn't keep it in is because whenever this time delta was part of the multiplication equation, my teleportation was like little pixel inches, pixel movements, not actual teleportation, which I didn't think was a good idea or interesting to have. I might get points docked off on that, but I figured that was better to at least do it. Now, let's actually show you everything that I've done. Oh yeah, and also variables that you can change in the editor for the random teleportation range, the move speed, the rotate speed, and turbo speed. That's all good. Also, all right. So press W, moves. Press D, it rotates clockwise. Rotates clockwise. Press A, rotates clockwise. It will move along its local axis, so that's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I still have the color change on there, and that's fine, I guess. I can always move that to another thing. For T, press T, and it randomly teleports. I might need to modify that. And finally, well, actually, let's keep this That's about as straight as it's going to get, I guess. I press the up arrow. It teleports up. Left, down, right. And all the arrows teleport correctly. And I'm going to keep, just because I want to show you it, it's diagonal. And I'm going to press up, and it moves diagonally. Down, left, up, da, da, da. Basically, that's it. The teleport works. And I think this is pretty good. And do I go speed exposed, control model, frame rate, everything's, yeah, I think that's it. I think I've shown you everything you need to be shown. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this is a really long video, but sorry about that. Anyways, goodbye.